If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code Goblin for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some of the best epic and heroic variants in this game. Now, of course, in this game, they are all cosmetic, so they don't change the stats of the gun. But what I'm focused on today is how they change the look of the guns and the default sights of the gun. Because if a gun changes the default sight to make it better, technically it still is cosmetic, but it also does help you improve play, and that's how I found the 7 must-have variants for this game, and some of my ones that are my favorite, and ones that will help you improve the iron sights and make you a better player in this game, just by having these variants. So if you guys have these variants, you're very lucky. If you guys can, drop a like on this thing. 2,000 likes would be absolutely awesome. Of course, that would be amazing if everyone who's watching this can drop a like on this thing, and also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let's get into it. So like I said before, variants in this game do not change the stats, and that's what they technically mean by cosmetic. However, pretty much every variant in this game, well, not every single one, but about half of them change the way the default sights look when you aim down sights with the gun, which can give you a huge advantage. For example, some of the gun's iron sights in this game are so trash, but if you get a good variant, then you get some good sights, so you don't have to use that red dot, which opens up more space in your class setup and in turn can help you improve in the game. And that's why I have some of my favorite ones and ones that I think will help you improve if you do have these variants. And of course, how you can get these variants, a lot of them you can simply just craft through the collection, through the quartermaster, with once you have the right amount of armory credits. Usually some of them take like, some are like 3,000, some are more like 10 or 11,000, but it definitely is worth it to craft variants for the guns that you use. Of course, the other bonus is you get 10% bonus experience while using any one of these epic or heroic variants. Let's get into it. I'm going to show pictures up on the screen of how the new sights look on these guns and talk about it. So the first one here is going to be the Ppsh Snake. Now for this one, there's the Snake, which is the epic, and there is the Snake 2, I think, which is a heroic. That's how it works on a lot of different guns. But this one is so good that a lot of the pros are asking for it to be banned and are asking for variants to be banned, because as you can see in the picture, it completely changes the sights of the Ppsh. Now some people, of course, this all comes down to personal preference. You know, sometimes people have a general consensus around if an iron sight is bad or good, but with this one, the Ppsh Snake definitely has more of a targeted sight compared to the regular Ppsh. I, for one, do like the regular Ppsh, but I also do like this variant. I think you can be a lot more accurate with this one, but I know this is one that's been talked about a lot by pro players, and it's one of the stronger variants in the game that people have been wanting to get, and for good reason, because of how it changes the sights. I think the Ppsh is a deadly, deadly weapon, especially once we're going to get this bar nerf and more, you know, assault rifle nerfs may be coming through. All we know about right now is that bar nerf, but then the Ppsh, which right now is probably the best SMG up there with the Type 100, could really strive, and having a variant like the Snake or the Snake 2 can be very, very important. The next one here on my list is going to be the M1941 assault rifle, the Cook variant. Now with this one, you guys may look at the picture and say, yo, those sights are kind of bad, but if you compare this to the default sights that come with this M1941, these look amazing. You know, this gun is one where I pretty much always run a red dot, but since I've been able to unlock this variant, you know, this is a lot more usable. Of course, you still might want to run a red dot, but definitely this will help you out. And this Cook sights makes it look more like sort of like an LMG sights, which LMGs usually have decent sights, and instead of the crowded high recoil, high muzzle flash one that they have on the default one. So I definitely think while this variant isn't flashy at all, it's kind of got a bland camo on it, it definitely is one that can help you out in terms of actually doing more damage and making it so you can use one of the strongest guns. And I'm giving you guys, you know, I'm putting that out there right now, that once this bar receives the nerf, if the bar nerf is minimal, it's gonna be like whatever, but if the bar nerf is big, this M19 assault rifle will probably become the best weapon in the game, along with the FG42. So a variant like this is very crucial to have. I think this one is available in supply drops only. I'm not really sure. I think the Jawbreaker is the one you can craft, but this one is supply drops only, but it definitely is a very good variant if you guys can get your hands on it. Next one here we're going to be talking about is, and I think this one is a huge advantage, it's the Grease Gun Candy. This is one that I just crafted today. I had like 10,000 armory credits and I used them all on this because this was like one of the guns that I was really missing. I hate the Grease Gun's default sights. They're so crowded, they're so annoying, and if you look at this one, it's very nice. It's not the nicest one ever, but compared to the grease gun's default sight, this one is amazing. It's very simple, just basically a little square with a line in it. It's able, kind of like the PPSH default sight, and it makes the grease gun way more usable. The grease gun is one that you need to have a lot of crutches on it. For example, the default sight really sucks, and this gun, the grease gun's weak without rapid fire. But now with this, you don't really have to run a red dot, and you can open up for maybe, with a primed class setup, a rapid fire, quick draw, and grip or something like that, which would be a great class setup. I definitely think getting your hands on the grease gun candy is a very important one to do, because ones like the PPSH, the default sights are usable in the PPSH, but on the grease gun they really are tragic, and this definitely gives you a huge advantage over other grease gun users. But I do think that weapon does sort of need a buff. Next one here is going to be the Stg44 Red Baron. Now, I was lucky enough to get this one in my supply drop opening the other day, and this one is amazing. Another one where the STG's default sights are pretty tragic. This makes it a lot more usable. Now, what this does is it basically adds a little bit of 3D sort of look to it. It just makes it more usable in my opinions. The STG one doesn't look as clean as this, and even though the changes are minimal, when it comes down to gunfights, you can definitely notice it, and I've seen a lot of people loving this variant. A lot of different streamers have been using it, and that's because the STG44 is a good gun as well. And, to put that out there, once the bar gets, if it does get nerfed, a super amount, the STG will definitely be a top weapon in the game once again. As of right now, it's a good gun, but it's a bit behind those ones. But I definitely love the Red Baron. It's by far my favorite one. I also have an epic variant, or no, I have another epic variant, and I have a heroic variant. And those ones, like the Haywire and the Shingles, they don't, I think the Shingles has the same sight as this, but the Haywire has a good sight, but it doesn't really get much better than the Red Baron. If you can't handle that, you're just going to have to slap a red dot on this thing. Next one we have here, and this is probably my favorite variant in the game as of right now. Ever since I unlocked this one, I've been just absolutely spamming it. The Type 100 Empire. This one is awesome. Makes small changes to the Type 100, but I definitely do like this variant. It makes the gun smaller on your screen, and it also has you changing that sight, which I really like about the Type 100. I just got that weapon gold. I have 5 SMGs gold. I only need 1 more, and then I'll have diamond. So expect a diamond video very, very soon. I'm going to show off diamond camo on the SMGs. Probably give you guys some tips on how to get it. I definitely don't think it's too hard. It's more of just an annoyance to go through and do the headshots, but SMGs are probably one of the easiest classes to get diamond on, and definitely, my favorite class of guns in this game. Of course, rifles are probably stronger, but I am an SMG player at heart, and when I see London Docks or Flak Tower, I have to whip out that SMG. Type 100 Empire is a very, very good variant. I love it, and I do like how it changes the sights. Next one here is going to be the only gun on this list that I actually do not have. I know I have a lot of different guns because I've done so many supply drop openings, and as of right now, I'm just literally saving my supply drops for when they add guns and stuff, because people, I think that's a good strategy. They're going to be adding guns. They're going to be adding camos into supply drops. They're going to be adding a bunch of stuff in there, and as of right now, I already have most of these variants that I want, but this is the one that I don't have, so I had to get the screenshot off of the internet. But this is the bar flyboy. I think this one is dope because it makes the sights a little more polished instead of just being a flat thing. It has it, more three-dimensional, I guess you could say, and definitely makes a weapon that is already overpowered a little bit better, gives you a little more of an advantage. I don't use a sight on the bar anyway, so this would really help me out. This is honestly the variant that I want the most. However, I believe it is supply drop only. There's no collection for the bar. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99% sure about that. And that, this is one that I just wasn't lucky enough to get. So if you guys were lucky enough to get this one, definitely I'm jealous of you, because this is a very good variant for the best gun in the game. So potentially this is the best variant. Last one on my list is one that doesn't really help you out, but I put it on the list here because it's a really funny one. It's really cool. That is the Lee Enfield the Royal. And as you guys can see with this one, it doesn't change the scope or anything, but it makes the gun about half the size, which is kind of funny and also kind of cool. It also, helps it because it doesn't take up as much as your screen, I guess, but it is a pretty cool idea, and I definitely have this one. However, the Lee Enfield does scope in so damn slow. It definitely needs a buff to, you know, the snipers need some sort of balancing because the Kar 98K is probably overpowered and all the other ones are sort of underpowered, I guess you could say. So if you're going to snipe at all, you might as well just use the Kar 98K. But this variant I put just as an honorable mention, I guess you could say, or, you know, my 7th one, because it's a really cool one and a really fun one to use. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are your favorite variants that you guys have or ones that you don't have that you want from this video in the comment section down below. If you guys made it to the end of the video, be sure to smack that like button, guys. I'd really appreciate 2,000 likes. Another video will be coming out late night tonight, so 2,000 likes would be amazing. Sub for a cookie and don't looky. That's about it, guys, and have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.